A Fraisier cake is a classic French dessert made with layers of soft genoise sponge, creamy crème mousseline, and fresh strawberries. It is typically finished with a layer of marzipan or fondant for a smooth and elegant look. This step-by-step guide will help you create an authentic and delicious strawberry Fraisier cake at home. Ingredients for the sponge cake, or genoise. A genoise sponge is light and airy, made without any chemical leaveners like baking powder. Instead, it relies on the volume created by whipping eggs and sugar. 4 large eggs at room temperature, 120 grams or half a cup of granulated sugar, 120 grams or 1 cup of all-purpose flour sifted, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 30 grams or 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter melted. For the crème mousseline, a rich and silky cream filling made with pastry cream and butter, 250 milliliters or 1 cup of whole milk, 2 large egg yolks, 50 grams or 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 20 grams or 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 120 grams or half a cup of unsalted butter softened. For the syrup, to moisten the cake layers, 50 milliliters or 1/4 cup of water, 50 grams or 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon kirsch, which is cherry liqueur optional for assembly and decoration, 300 grams or 2 cups of fresh strawberries halved, 100 grams or half a cup of marzipan or fondant for a smooth finish, and powdered sugar for dusting. Step-by-step instructions. First, make the sponge cake, or genoise. Preheat the oven. Set your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Grease and line a 20 centimeter or 8-inch round cake pan with parchment paper. Whip the eggs and sugar. In a large heat-proof bowl, whisk eggs and sugar together. Place the bowl over a double boiler or bain-marie with simmering water. Whisk continuously until the mixture becomes warm and foamy, about 5 minutes. Beat the mixture. Remove from heat and use an electric mixer to beat until the mixture triples in volume. It should be pale, thick, and form a ribbon when lifted. Fold in the flour and butter. Gently fold in the sifted flour using a spatula. Avoid deflating the batter. Finally, fold in the melted butter and vanilla extract. Bake the cake. Pour the batter into the prepared cake pan. Bake for 20 to 25 minutes or until golden and springy. Let the cake cool completely before slicing. In a saucepan, heat the milk until it starts to steam. Do not boil. In a separate bowl, whisk egg yolks, sugar, and cornstarch until smooth. Slowly pour the hot milk into the egg mixture, whisking constantly. Return the mixture to the saucepan and cook over medium heat, whisking continuously until thickened. Remove from heat and stir in the vanilla extract. Transfer to a bowl, cover with plastic wrap, and let it cool completely. Once cooled, beat the softened butter into the pastry cream until smooth and creamy. Refrigerate until ready to use. In a small saucepan, heat water and sugar until dissolved. Let it cool, then stir in kirsch if using. Slice the cooled sponge cake into 2 even layers using a serrated knife. Place a cake ring or springform pan around the bottom cake layer. Brush the cake with syrup to keep it moist. Slice strawberries in half and place them cut side out along the edge of the cake ring. Pipe or spread a generous layer of crème mousseline over the cake and between the strawberries. Ensure it fills all gaps for a smooth finish. Gently place the second cake layer on top. Brush with more syrup. Spread a thin layer of crème mousseline over the top for an even surface. Roll out the marzipan or fondant into a thin circle the same size as the cake. Place it over the cake and smooth it down. Dust with powdered sugar for a professional finish. Add extra strawberries or edible flowers. Refrigerate the cake for at least 4 hours or overnight before removing the cake ring. Chilling allows the crème mousseline to set, making the cake more stable and easier to slice. Once the cake is well chilled, carefully remove the cake ring or springform pan. If needed, use a knife to gently loosen the edges before removing the ring. For extra decoration, you can pipe additional crème mousseline on top, add more fresh strawberries, edible flowers, or chocolate shavings, dust with powdered sugar for an elegant look. Use a sharp knife to slice the cake cleanly, wiping the blade between cuts. Serve chilled for the best texture and flavor. Keep the cake refrigerated and consume within 2 to 3 days for freshness. Do not freeze as the crème mousseline may lose its texture when thawed. Serve each slice on a chilled plate for a refreshing taste. A cup of hot tea or coffee, a scoop of vanilla or strawberry ice cream, A drizzle of berry coulis or melted chocolate for extra flavor. Garnish with mint leaves or edible flowers for a professional touch. Want to try something different? Here are some creative variations. Add cocoa powder 20 grams to the sponge cake for a chocolate twist. Use chocolate ganache instead of marzipan. Replace strawberries with mango slices and passion fruit. Infuse the syrup with coconut rum for extra flavor. Add matcha powder, 1 teaspoon to the sponge cake. Pair strawberries with red bean paste anko for a Japanese-inspired dessert. Congratulations! You've successfully made a Strawberry Fraisier cake from scratch. Take a moment to admire your beautifully layered cake with its fresh strawberries, silky crème mousseline, and soft sponge. Slice carefully and serve to family and friends. Watch their faces light up as they enjoy this classic French dessert. Thank you for following along with this recipe. If you enjoyed making this cake, don't forget to try different variations and experiment with flavors. Happy baking! Slice and serve this elegant, creamy, and fresh Strawberry Fraisier cake.